50th anniversary of racing this season. I didn't say that. Starting 7th, Cody Leiter alongside of him.
Okay, Steve, I assume we're heat race number 1. It's time to get it on now, okay? It's where it comes down to setting the field for tonight's how many laps, Steve?
35, Tommy.
35 laps around the quarter-mile bull ring. Bernheisel, Cover, and the 43A. You know, they call him the Shake Gap Assassin, and they call him that for a reason, Steve. He cut his teeth here. He knows how to get around this thing. But watch that 462 back there, a Gunner Wall. He's not afraid to lead-foot it in that limited late model.
Yeah, he's another driver that knows his way around. As you mentioned, he picked up a win here. And getting one outside. Here comes Gary Stewart to the track.
Front row, side by side, you get to the 2-5.
So Gary's going to tag on to the rear of the field. He's going to start 7th and get the one left side. And the pace truck from Salinsgrove, Florida is leaving the Speedway. All right, fans, who you got in this first one? A couple of heavy hitters are about to go 8 laps as we're going to turn them loose down there to the wheel and starts out 3 laps out.
Bernheisel takes the early lead, but Cover gets a drive. Edwards right there in 3rd.
Down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Brian Bernheisel points him down the rush at Rick Everett is 2nd.
Everett goes into 2nd. He'll try to run down the 119. Meanwhile, Cover, he's not done with it yet.
Gunner Walls holding down that 5th and final transfer spot as they try to fan out here on the quarter mile. Rick Everett racing and Bernheisel shadow off turn number 2.
6 circuits remain, Steve. 6 circuits remain. Everett sets his sight on Bernheisel. He'll pull in with him a couple car lengths to try to make the move coming off hill.
Bernheisel driving through the middle of the racetrack. Everett's going to try to get underneath him. Can he do it on turn 4? They're wheel to wheel. Here's the start-finish line.
Here it comes. Let's see if Stubbs got a money move for him. And he does. He's going up to the backstretch. Let's see if it'll stick. Bernheisel shuts the door. He's got a lift.
And we 5 down, 3 to go. Rick Everett edges out Bernheisel going back into turns 1 and 2. What a race in this first qualifier. They're drag racing down the backstretch.
Everett looks like he has a nose out in front. Let's see if the lead was 2 to go. It's Rick Everett, ladies and gentlemen. He'll take the lead.
2 laps to go in the 24 of Rick Everett, and he's got the lead. Taking it away from Brian Bernheisel. Danny Snyder third, Jason Cover 4th, and in 5th is Gunner Walls with 1 lap to go.
Everett, he's starting to pull away and gets a pushing. Bernheisel 2nd, Snyder 3rd, Cover 4th, Walls 5th, Stoller 6th, Eater 7th, Leiter, he's slowing down, he's 8th.
And the checker falls on Rick Everett as he wins the first qualifier tonight. Jeff Valley over Brian Bernheisel. Man, that was one exciting wheel-to-wheel battle. And heat number 1, Rick Eckert and car number 24 taking the win by just 94 minutes to the 2nd. And with Brian Bernheisel, Danny Snyder in the 4S 3rd, Jason Cover finishing 4th in the 43A and getting that 5th and final qualifying spot, the 462 of Gunner Wall.
How about that? The 462 makes it into the big main tonight, Steve. Looks like heat race number 2 is going to be coming out as we speak. Eckert obviously victorious. Let's see what we got. Super late model heat race number 2 out of 3 total heats, Steve. 8 laps will be the distance. Chan Holman a start on the point. Going beside him, it's Justin Weaver. That's right. In the nose, fire protection. Walls Weaver Racing. Clear Spring, Maryland entry. We'll give him a second to get out here. Here we go. Trevor Feathers in the cameraman entry. The number 72. That's right. He's making the long haul out of Winchester tonight. His first look here at the racetrack. He's never been here even to watch. He said he was excited. Beside him on the outside row, making the long haul out of the big woods of Thompson, Pennsylvania, it's Dan Stone, the Super Deuce. He loves coming here. Behind him, the number 8, Taylor Farley, on his outside, the 74 Quaid. Weaver will start to the back. The 70J out of Worleystown, Pennsylvania, in the Worleystown Express. In a limited late model entry tonight of DJ Myers. It looks like Steve Murphy is saying it's go time here one more time around the bull ring, and we're going to cut him loose.
Next time, 1 lap sign is coming up. Who's it going to be this time? What a race in heat number 1. Pace truck is going to lead the Speedway off turn number 2. Trevor Feathers making his first ever start here tonight at Path Valley. And what a run he had on Saturday at Port Royal to kick off this series. We're going to turn loose right now down there in the wheel and start zone. 3 flags up in the air.
Weaver starts out front in the early lead. Dan Stone follows. Holman
second. Here comes your leader in the 2J. Justin Weaver setting the pace. And look at that 72 work at the bottom of the racetrack.
You know, a lot of guys that go down there and plow potatoes, Steve, and they can do it. And it's got to watch their nose piece. Obviously, Feathers, he's on the bottom right now, and Dan Stone trying to get that third spot. But Stone, look at Stone. A big run coming off the backstretch.
Stone trying to find some momentum around the top of the racetrack, trying to get alongside Holman in a race for second. And the 72 of Feathers is right there in fourth, and that is the 8 in that fifth and final
Taylor Farley
spot. Taylor Farley with 4 laps down and 4 to go.
Halfway. Weaver puts a stretch on the lead. He's bolted car legs out. Stone will try to run him down. Meanwhile, the ensuing battle is 3-4 with Holman and Feathers.
Yeah, the race is for third now out there on the speedway between Feathers and Holman as we get to 2 laps side. Right now it's Justin Weaver out in front. He's in a race zone with a good lead in front of Dan Stone and Trevor Feathers securing that third spot now.
Farley on the bubble right there, trying to make a move to get up. Time throwing it out, blowing the white flag. I don't think anyone will cover Weaver on this. It will be his. Etched in the books, heat race number 2 victory. Justin Weaver, ladies and gentlemen, timber flag. Danny Stone, Trevor Feathers.
So heat number 2 goes to Justin Weaver in the 2J. Over Dan Stone, Trevor Feathers third in the 72, Chad Holman fourth, and Taylor Farley rounds out the top 5.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what, Steve. You're talking about putting some muscle down here at the Quarter Mile Bull Ring, and they're doing it right away, early in the night.
Absolutely a lot of horsepower out there, and here's the starting lineup for heat number 3 out of Georgetown, Delaware, driving the 7S, the boss, Ross Robinson. Outside pole position from Mercersburg, driving the 21P, Jacob Piper. Row number 2 on the inside third starting spot from Seaford, Delaware, in the 11C, Trevor Collins. Lining up fourth, the opening night winner at Fort Wayne Saturday, and the defending Speedweek champion, car number 22, the Truth from Indiana, Craig Satterley. Third row, inside fifth starting spot from Mapleton Depot, Pennsylvania, at the wheel, the D19, Dylan State. And starting sixth, out of Boyertown in the 118, Sean Merkel. Fourth row, inside seventh starting spot. Tommy, you had one to show tonight in the 32J from Shermansdale, Sean Jones. And at the back of the pack, out of Georgetown, Delaware, in the 4A, Amanda Robinson. So we're having a Robinson on the pole, and a Robinson bringing up the tail end of the field for the start of this third and final heat race for the super late models.
Steve, in the first 2, we've obviously seen Eggert win. We've seen Weaver win. We're going to put a third one here in the books. Ross Robinson, Piper. Piper's no stranger to victory lane here in Limited. He knows his way around the racetrack. But there is a pretty stout field here behind him. The Truth, Greg Satterley. You're right. Sean Jones has been running extremely well over the past couple weeks. He was on the pre-race zone brought to you by Elbows Up Dirt Productions earlier this evening, and we spoke with him about that Longhorn chassis that they fell in love with. Here we go. It looks like Robinson and Piper, they'll lead them down to the stripe. Let's see what we got here. Fire! It's great!
Swapping some paint, going into that first turn, side by side, out of turn number 2. Looks like the boss is going to take command of the field. That's Ross Robinson.
Robinson out front, but Piper's not letting Satterley an inch. Look at him.
Greg Satterley tries to tuck that 22 underneath the 21P, but Piper holds him off as Robinson points him on a turn 4 down the front stretch for lap number 2. Let us go.
6 circuits remain. Robinson stretches out. Meanwhile, Piper is holding Satterley at bay. Look at this. Dylan Stake on the move, on the bottom. He makes a money with it. Let's see if it all.
Shaking things up back to back. It's Ross Robinson, Jacob Piper, Greg Satterley, Trevor Collins, Dylan Stake, and there's 5 transfer spots as we get the cross lines this time by.
Halfway. Robinson in control. 4 laps remain. Piper's not letting Satterley in. He's trying.
Piper closes him out down there, turns 3 and 4. Satterley may have to revert the car to the outside, but he's trying to get around that 21P as he protects that second spot along the bottom of the racetrack.
Meanwhile, they'll get the 2 laps single to go. Piper, Satterley, Collins, State, Jones, Robinson, Merkel. That's your fallout right now.
Robinson has about a straightaway lead as he comes off turn number 4. Here's the white flag. One more time around the bull ring.
Here we go. Robinson, he only has 2 sets of corners and he owns this one. Looks like Piper is going to be able to stave off the truth. Let's see. They're coming around. It's going to be Josh Robinson. Heat race winner number 3.
Ross Robinson wins it over Jacob Piper. Greg Satterley gets the 3rd spot. Trevor Collins 4th. Dylan State rounding out the top 5.